rip it. Should be streaming now. I am not sure. I'll wait a bit. I'll read the new ego in time. Yeah. Ardor Blossom Star. Okay. Before attack, final power +1 for every 10 burn on targets, plus burn on self, max 2. Okay, so 12. 22 rolling ego. An HE isn't the worst. Attack end, gain 10 burn, and 1 burn count. Attack ended 15 burn on self, gain 1 wrath damage up, the next turn, once per turn. Okay, burn, a lot of burn. Inflicted burn count equal to wrath resin divided by 3, max 2. And then down. After current coin attack. The fuck? What does that mean? What does after current coin attack mean? At 15 plus burn on self, inflict 1 embers to all targets. Once per turn, the focus encounters departs. Embers. If this unit has burn, lose 1 embers count. When hit by a skill that inflicts burn, potency, or unique burn, including ego skills. If this unit does not have burn, reset embers count to 6 when hit, independent of skills that inflict burn. At 0 embers count, activate the following effect. Activate burn on self once and lose 1 burn count. Lose 1 embers potency. If this unit has 1 plus remaining embers potency, reset embers count to 6. So it's like a ticking time bomb for more damage. And oh, it heals his speed. Yeah, it heals his speed. What's the passive? Effect triggers immediately after using your skill. For every 10 burn on self, increase burn potency inflicted on enemies with this unit's base attack skills, effects, and coins effect by 1, max 2, including unique burn. Excluding unique burn. I don't think she has. I don't think Faust has any unique burn. Yeah. So maybe like a trail, maybe unique burn. What's the cost, Barry? 2 pride, 3 wrath, 2 sloth. Oh, it's gonna compete with Harmony Sinclair and Magic Bullet. Damn. When this unit uses ABS Max Attunement, Degraded Corrosion skill, this unit does not die. This unit does not die at the skill's attack end. Instead, heal for the HP and gain 2 blunt damage up and 1 wrath damage up next turn once per encounter. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like Lord Lou in the ego. What? Oh, I see. At 3 plus charge, he gains 1 coin power. At 5 plus charge, he gains 2 coin power. That's really cool. I like that. I like him. DC in the version. I like that we get some photoelectricity. I really like that. I like the photoelectricity. I won't pull on them. I'll probably shard them. But let's get into the actual content. Right. I've done that. Yep. Stages. Heart mode. Yeah. The collection. Oh. Oh no. I don't like that. Amassed data. Okay. Oh, this is 6 unit limit only? Damn. Who do I equip? You're actually key to burn. What's your passive? Where there are more lives to be saved. Turn and apply the following effect to all effect by least deployment order among those with negative effects. Okay. You're better on field. I think this is the team What's your passive? Another ballistic speed deals plus 5% pierce damage for every 6 burn bonus in target. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Cause yeah, you're actually key to burn. You're really good at burn. You're really good. I think this is a team. It's fine. Regheim will level up passively. I think. I look from beyond the glass window at the sinner as the sinners battle furiously inside the large indoor area. It's good to hear them voice acted. Yeah, I'll read it. You damned imbeciles! What's the point of everyone rushing at the same enemy that's already staggered and nearly died? Nearly dead. Faust had attacked that entity first. Their blame lies flatly with the others' delayed decisions. Apologies. Yet I was concerned that was I. Jesus Christ, Ji-san, please speak like a normal person. I cannot read. Hold on. Am I? Yes, I am there. I didn't see myself on the stream. Apologies. Yet concerned was I that to not Yi-san, come on. Apologies. Yet concerned was I that to not dispose swiftly of that foe would. I think this is a great show of teamwork. I had no idea how hopeless the sinners were in battle from the command. Damn it! Why won't any of you listen to my orders? Oh, Eugenie's order was for the last shadow up and down from one river of a neck. It was a necessary sacrifice to gain an edge in battle. I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna grab a water. Cause I feel like my voice is gonna die. Okay, there we go. Worry me not! How befitting of a hero it is to perish in place of your compatriot! Oh shit. Don Quixote falls before the merciless onslaught of enemies. I had so many things I wanted to say to them, most of which were variations of "you're doing it wrong," but I had no choice but to watch as their woefully abysmal decisions continued to bungle the fight. If I tried, the researcher next to me will get in my way, claiming that they haven't finished collecting the data. Nino's reaction speed to emergencies is exceptionally fast. So, can I help them now? Will you stop pacing and compose yourself? We're almost done here. That should be more than enough data. Take control, manager. I had a lot I wanted to say, but let's help the sinners out of this bind first. I don't remember if I equipped the fucking magic ability gun for myself. Fuck. Yeah, I got it right before Welfare descended. God, fuck. Why are they so fast? Where are you talking? Oh, and drag. From Faust. All of them are fucking targeting one of them, dude. That's so bullshit. Fuck him up! No! You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. There we go. They are season 1 identities. You're good. You're good. You're good. Did she always have unbreakables? I don't remember. God fucking damn it. Okay, one staggered. That's good. Favored. Favored. Struggling. Trigger. Hang that shit. Neutral. And... yeah. How does she... oh, yeah. I know how he's... oh my god. You're kidding! What the fuck? Get staggered. He's fine. What ego is that? Or regret? No, just pop in first of the flames. Okay. Your favorite? What the fuck? Okay. She can dodge it. I believe him. Nice. Okay, we are not staggering. We may win the clash, actually. Come on! Okay. You're so fucking fast! Okay, sorry, he's your favorite, so that's good. How are you neutral? You piece of fucking shit, man! Fuck you. You've got that. Okay, dude. Fuck you. You're joking! Okay. She'll burn to death. How are you spamming Forest of the Flames? And why are you so slow? God fucking damn you. I'm gonna have to do funny thing. Oh, close, sorry, no. So. Not you, Merceau! Come on! You're pretty close to second, actually. A favorite, that's good. It'll just have to eat one attack. I'm afraid. Is there very fast? Of course not.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아.
There we go.
유일한 횟수.
What the fuck? It's fine. He'll eat it. He'll eat it. I know he will. He's just that goated. Okay, that was a mistake. I should roll all fails though, so we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're winning.
과격과
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라라.
Even if he survives this, I do believe that Burn will get him.
후회할 것이 잘 보인다.
He didn't survive. Oh fuck, I forgot about the EX. Shit, man, I might have to switch themes. That went well.
역시 관리자님이십니다. 지휘 실력이 날이 갈수록 일치월장하시는군요.
As expected of our executive manager,
생각날 정도입니다.
the exceptional development of our strategic genius reminds me of the earlier years of my career. Thanks.
여기 간식은 없어. 계속 싸웠더니 배고파 죽겠어.
Got anything to snack on, guys? I'm starving here after that brawl.
테스트 중에는 공복을 유지할 것이지.
You will maintain an empty stomach for the duration of the tests.
다음 테스트는
Next on the docket is...
아니 이럴 줄 알았으면 메르소 씨한테 그냥 마사지 한번 받는 편이 나을 뻔했어. 아니 누가 이런 걸 하자고 한 거야?
I would have asked Marceau for a massage if I knew she was coming. Whose idea was this anyway?
따지고 보면 그레고르 씨의 휴가 요청이 불러온 파장이죠. 어차피 해야 했던 일 같지만요.
Well, if you really want to get into it, we can trace this right back to your vacation request, Gregor. Not that this would have happened without that, but yeah.
이거 참, 아니 좀 더 근본적인 걸 보자고.
Come on, there's gotta be more to it than that. Sure there was. Not that it would have made any difference. Because like Ishmael said, this all began with Gregor's particularly egregious stretching.
눈에 보이는 게 전부가
Did you EX? I did do an EX.
보이지 않는다든가 뭐 그런 교훈을 의도한 건 아니야.
I'm just gonna level up him to max because it's gonna bug me. Get it? Bug me? Oh my god, how much? Whatever, I'll just use these. Also, I should probably put in some element on him. Does Gregor have any burn ego? I'll say something about upside. I'll upside. I know Swellman is more sinky, but this is all I have on his HE slot. Like I don't have any fucking Gregor ego. So yeah. Roar change. Let's see what the rewards, by the way. So we have a special ticket, the banner thing. We have how much? 500. We have some boxes, which is good. That is how many? That's 50 boxes. So 100 ego shards. That's pretty good. That's 1/4 of an ID. That's pretty good. Yeah. 1/4 of an ID. I think is really good, actually. Regular health check. You know, having this recontextualized with Kanto 9 and Ongashifa Kaiser actually does bring a lot. Is it picking me up correctly? Oh shit, I mean to open Steam. I mean to open OBS. Is it? I think it is. I think I sound good.
방금
Wow.
사람의 몸에서 나면 안 될 소리가 나지 않았니?
That sound just now. I didn't know a human body could make a sound like that. I was just doing some stretches. Can't seem to do them without making these noises nowadays. You're fucking ancient, dude.
네? 흔한 일이라고요?
What do you mean you can't?
세월의 소리인 거지, 싱클. 우리 단테가 시간을 되돌려준다고는 하지만 날이 갈수록 뼈가 삭는 기분이야.
That right there's the creaking sound of time's ravages sink. I know Dante's been turning the clock to remind her time, but I feel like my joints are starting to grate.
그러고 보면 저도 요새 영 몸이 옛날 같지가 않은 것 같기도 하고요. 계속 죽다 사는 걸 반복하다 보니.
I know what you mean. I definitely don't feel as spry as I used to. Maybe the pain from repeatedly dying and reviving takes a toll after all. Yeah. Dying sure is a pain. That's when Hong Lu flippantly threw out an innocent comment amidst the complaining sinners.
그런데 여기서 최연장자인 돈키호테 씨는 멀쩡하네요. 따지고 보면 몇백 년 동안 사신 거나 다름없을 텐데요.
Speaking of which, isn't it funny how Don Quixote is totally fine even though she's hundreds of years old? She's got to be the oldest of us by a lot, right? Hey. Hong Lu's unprompted catapulting of such heavy subject brought the busy air inside the bus to a sudden, stifling halt.
그 주제는 조금 시간이 필요할 거라고 생각했는데 거침없이 꺼내버렸군 그래.
I thought we were gonna take some time to actually broach that subject, but you just bulldozed through the whole mess, huh?
아, 분위기가 난처해진 거로군요. 저는 나이 같은 것에 연연하실 줄은 모르고.
Ah, must have made things awkward. I didn't realize everyone is so sensitive about their age.
본인은 전혀 아무렇지도 않네. 너무 그렇게.
That's not to concern myself with. Be not so. Of course, there was also someone who could not care less about the bus's air quality.
야, 비켜. 거기 내 지정석인 거 잊었냐? 죽을래?
Or Scoot. That's my designated cheat. You're planning your arson. I'll whack you.
남부는 또 지나치게 아무렇지 않아.
On the other hand, here's this guy without a care in the world. Almost makes me wonder if he remembers what just happened.
이렇게 된 거 그간의 서름을 호되게 갚아보는 건 어떤가요? 돈키호테 씨라면 충분히.
Well, maybe this is your chance to get back at him for treating you harshly, Don Quixote. I'm sure you can.
눈빛이 여태 본 것 중에 제일.
I've never seen her eyes sparkle like that before.
본인은 지금 이 분위기로도 제일 좋다네. 그리고 히스클리프 군이 악인이 되어버리는 게 아닌 이상 폭력을 행사할 생각도 없고.
I am quite fond of the current temperament of our company. Unless young Heathcliff here suddenly morphs into a villainous scoundrel, I have nary a wish to exact violence upon him and...
다들 시끄럽게 조잘거리지 마.
Right now.
얌전히 갈 길
That-
가자.
Right now. Right. Now that's... How the fuck do we say that? Right. Now that's over with. Let's all shut up and keep chin wag to a minimum, yeah?
저 정도면 충분히 악인처럼 보일 것
Seems
같긴
plenty villainous dickish to me. Anyways, am I the only one thinking that it's time about the time we got the thing?
그거라뇨?
The thing? Well, you know, the thing that we tried a while ago but didn't get to enjoy due to some unforeseen issues.
데스매치.
Deathmatch.
아니고 잠깐이었지만 물가에서 공놀이도 했었잖아.
Not that. Don't you remember? When we played volleyball by that big when we even played volleyball by that big body of water.
맥락상 휴가라는 단어를 뱉고 싶은 것으로 보인다.
Contextual clues suggest that he's making a request for a vacation. Yep.
한송이야, 이 찌뿌둥한 몸에 찜질 같은 것도 좀 받고, 응?
Absolutely, yep. Let's all go to a spa or something. Relax, get massages, loosen up our muscles some, please.
아직도 기대라는 걸 하고 놓지 못하고 있네요.
You still have expectations for our employers?
그러고 보니 메르소건이 지난번에 기가 막힌 마사지를 해주지 않았는가?
Aha! I recall that a young Mersault has given V quite the exquisite massage, have he not? Dude, she's so stupid.
사람의 주요 근육과 신경 위치는 속속들이 꿰뚫고 있다.
I have an astute knowledge of the major muscle groups and nerve structures of the human body.
그 후로 몇 주간은 아무 감각도 느껴지질 않았어.
For many weeks following that massage, my body was deprived of any sensory stimulation.
그로써 가장 좋은 치료는 고통이라는 감각을 없애는 것이라는 메르소군의 치료를 이해할 수 있었지.
Thus, understood it was that the philosophy of Mersault's physical therapy, that the most infallible methodology of convalescence from pain is to remove any and all stimulation, including that of pain.
아무래도 때가 된 것 같군요.
It seems that the time is here.
베르길리우스.
Virgilius. Dude. Oh, how I like how he's voice acted, dude. I love Virgilius. Is it Virgilius? I personally prefer saying Virgilius. Because technically it's Virgil, not Virgil. But Virgilius just sounds better than Virgilius, in my opinion. Yes, I knew that this day would eventually come.
그날이 왔어.
The day's here.
갑자기 왜 이렇게
Why is everyone acting so serious all of a sudden?
로자 씨의 이야기대로 시간을 돌린다 한들 각자의 피로는 계속 누적될 뿐이죠.
Roy's observation is correct. While turning the clock does indeed turn the time, a certain degree of exacerbating fatigue cannot be alleviated.
서로의 상태에 대한 체크가 필요한 때가 올 것이라 생각했습니다.
This necessitates that we employ a certain measure to verify the status of each sinner. What could it possibly be that it needs this much buildup?
그 이름하여
In other words, it is time for Limbus companies.
침 삼키는 소리.
Regular checkup. Regular checkup? We did get a call from the higher-ups a while ago, requesting that we send the sinners in for a regular checkup.
하지만 마땅한 때를 고르기 힘들었죠.
But it was repeatedly delayed due to several limiting circumstances on our end. They've been obnoxiously hounding us for quite some time. I was starting to get tired of explaining our absence.
검사? 뭔 검사?
Checkup? What checkup? Don't be so on edge, Heathcliff. Such proceedings are regular occurrences in most corporations. I've never personally experienced it myself, but it sounds like they're just checking to see how we're doing health-wise. I turned around, getting ready to say, "Right, Ishmael?" I forgot that she reacted like that. Only to come face to face with Ishmael's shocked expression, frozen onto her face. Well, this is unexpected. I thought Ishmael, with her worldly experiences, would leap onto this opportunity to lecture us all about how things worked outside Olympus Company. Regular checkups are.
아, 알았어. 또 설명하려는
You're
거지?
gearing up to explain what it is. Coolio.
30초만 딱 줄 테니까.
You got 30 seconds to wrap it up.
물어볼까?
Ready, set, go!
아니,
No,
동기검진.
not the regular checkup.
그건
로저양.
Miss Ishmael's expression seems to suggest otherwise. Miss Rhodia.
해결사는 각 협회나 사무소의 성향과 기조에 따라 정기검진의 방식이 조금씩 다르니까.
I did hear that some fixture offices or associations employ varying methodologies when it comes to regular checkups, depending on their characteristics.
누구 한 명이 이길 때까지 영원히 나올 수 없는 동료의 피를 손에 묻히고서야.
We did glaze over this, haven't we? Huh. Locked up until there's only one thing left. Locked. A lot of my colleagues, the only key to escape. What kind of checkup did she have to go through? Ishmael wasn't the only one responding with a pale-faced object horror at the suggestion.
너희 정기검진이 뭔지 알긴 해?
Do you even understand what kind of regular checkup you're getting into?
어떤 일이 일어나도 정기검진을 받아야겠다는 각오가 되어 있냐는 소리야.
I'm asking if you're prepared to go for the regular checkup, no matter what happens in the process.
그 모든 걸 감내하고 인내의 각오가.
Are you prepared to endure through everything that?
여긴 또 왜 저래? 얼굴에 핏기가 다 빠져가지고.
What's wrong with this bloke now? He's looking all pale.
에이, 다들 거창하게 말씀하시는데
I don't understand why everyone's making such a big deal out of this. I don't think it to be that bad.
저도 학교 다닐 때 1년에 한 번씩은 받았던 것 같거든요.
I think we should have annual health checkups back in school too.
어떤 검사를 받았는데?
What kind of checkups?
한 방에 모아놓고
They put us all in the same
준다거나
room, measuring heights, weights, running some basic fitness tests.
간단한
그런 건 왜 측정하려고 하는 곳인가?
Privy, wherefore do they seek the measures of such characteristics?
답답하군.
Must you really ask? A full knowledge and analysis of each soldier's status is indispensable. Intelligence for officers to have on hand.
학교엔 병사가
What
없는데.
soldiers? I was talking about my school.
그러니까 그런 거 왜 하려고 하는 거냐고.
Right. So that don't explain shite about why you need to know that, does it?
대체 왜 남의 옷에 벼룩이 있는지를 확인한답시고 거지 같은 냄새가 나는 약을 뿌려야 하냐는 거야.
Why? Fuck, dude. Why do you find it necessary to spray people with their stinking chemicals just to see if someone's got lice in their clothes? He must have gone through his share of rough checkups as a kid, too, I guess.
뻔한 걸 물어보는 거.
You all keep asking questions with the most obvious answers.
사실 대체 언제쯤 하게 될지 기다리고 있던 참이었다.
In fact, I've been wondering when they test us. Aldous confidently marched up to the front of the other sinners with an assertive grin, as though she'd been waiting for this very moment.
검진의 목적.
The true purpose of this checkup must be
우리의 진정한 리더를 선출하려는 것 아니겠나?
to elect a true authority amongst us. A true authority?
리더라면 대장을 말하는 것이요.
By your power lens, a true authority, could it be that you're questioning who among us is our leader? But I'm standing right here.
부디 불필요한 오해는 하지 말아주시면 좋겠습니다, 관리자님.
I humbly request that you avoid playing yourself with any unnecessary misunderstandings. What my suggestion, Executive Manager.
물론 우리들의 지휘자는
여기 단테님이라는 것에 아무런 의심할 여지는 없지만
Of course, I must preface this with the declaration that there cannot be an iota of doubt toward the executive manager's Dante's authority. Okay.
늘 팽배하면서도 첨예한 논란이 있었지. 과연 우리 중 누가
But was it not always topic of great contention among us? That which of us is most fit to command the squad of sinners?
그거야 이스마엘 씨 아니었나요?
Isn't it Ishmael or maybe Faust?
대체로 그렇게
That's what I
생각하면서
thought too.
지내오긴 했었죠.
이런 모양새인 이놈들이 항상 일사불란하지 못하고 매번 허둥대며 적을 상대하는 것 아니냐.
The lack of cohesion is precisely why we always fail to face our enemies as a team. Always scrambling, always underprepared, always taken by surprise.
상관이 명령하면 두말 않고 팔굽혀펴기 500회를 실시한다거나 작전을 위해서라면 자기 자신이 으깨지는 한이 있더라도 튀어나가 아군을 승리로 이끌려는 희생정신이 곱배기도 보이지 않는단 말이다.
Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna.
오티스 씨, 당신 혼자서 무슨 싸움을 하고 계시는 거예요?
No one's arguing with you, Alice. Who are you even talking to?
아, 정리하자면 정기검진은 수감자분들끼리 좁은 방에 모아놓고 우위를 가르는 행사라는 거군요.
So to summarize, the regular checkup entails putting us all in a small room, making us fight to the last understanding? Silence fell upon Honglu succinct? Hold on.
Succinct.
There's no way it's succinct. What? That is not a real... No. Okay. Whatever.
배틀로얄.
Fortnite! Battle Royale.
지금까지 바라고 살아오던
I've been looking forward to this.
그래.
Fuck
한번 해보자는 거지?
I'll give you all one hell of a fight. My fists used to be so bloody. Wait, what? Hold on. My fists used to be bloody and famous in the back streets.
그래.
Fine.
이런
So that's how we're doing
감정은
this,
있는
huh?
거죠.
I'm ready to roll. Guys, this isn't...
그래서 어디로 가야 하는 건데?
Okay, so... Where are we off to?
배틀.
The battle row.
아니, 정기
Excuse me. The regular checkup takes place at... The listeners seem to be under some serious misunderstanding about what the regular checkup entailed, but Faust had obviously long given up on correcting them.
우선 본사를
Headquarters.
이동할 필요가 있습니다.
본사라 하면 림버스 컴퍼니의 본사를 말하는 것이요.
The headquarters you speak of must be the headquarters of Limbus Company.
네, 그렇습니다.
Yes.
말로만 듣던 본사를 드디어 가보네요. 입사한 지 1년이 넘어서요.
We're finally getting to visit the headquarters, huh? A whole year after they hired us.
출발은 지금 하면 딱 맞겠군요.
We should be right on time upon immediate departure.
지금? 아직 본인은 마음의 준비를 다 하지 않았네만. 혹시 방에 들어가서 신 좀 싸고 와도 되겠는가?
This instant fastest, yet mine heart is faint prepared. Prithee, allow us some time to prepare our travel provisions.
본사는 어디에 있나요? 되도록 먼 여행은 아니었으면 좋겠네요.
Where's the HQ anyway? Hopefully it's not too far from here.
그것은
That
비밀입니다.
is a secret. However, I would like you to inform you that that it exists in a location inaccessible via Mephistopheles.
아, 이봐. 아니, 지금 출발하지
Come on.
않고 어디
How are we supposed to get there if you're not gonna tell us where it is?
이 버스로 갈 수 없는 장소라는 건 설마 또 워프 열차를 타야 한다는 소리를 짓거릴 셈인가?
Inaccessible via Mephistopheles? You're not about to suggest we board the warp trains again, are you?
워프 열차는 이제 타기 싫네.
Fee, I shan't ever board the warp trains again.
이번 여정에서
Indeed,
워프
we will not be boarding a warp train for this journey. So, are we taking a back door or something?
그래. 차라리 그 문을 통해 가면 되겠네.
Yeah, good point. Let's take them doors instead.
그것도
A
나쁘지
sound
않은
suggestion.
단 문에 대한 정보가 부족한 경우 도착지를 명확히 알 수 없다거나
However, in lieu of sufficient information regarding each door, the destination may hold an element of randomness.
혹은 유지 시간이 가변적이어서 일부는 아예 다른 곳으로 이동한다거나
Or due to the variable nature of its activation period, the resultant destination may not reflect our intended end coordinates.
혹은 중간에 문이 닫혀서 되돌아오지 못할 여행을 하게 될 수 있지만 말이야.
Or an unexpected closure mid-passage through the frame may behoove us to bid the company our last farewells and embark on an untimely journey of no return.
그거 정말 나쁘지
Are
않은
you sure
생각인
this is
거
not suggestion?
맞을까요?
그럴 거면 차라리
I'd rather take the
내가
bloody
뒤를
train
쫓아가는 게
instead.
낫지.
At least you won't remember what happened once it's over and done with.
배틀 로얄이다.
Battle Royale.
그래서
Jesus Christ. Go play Fortnite. So,
여러분들을 원하는
further
장소로
research was
보내드립니다.
necessary to ensure safe
연구를
transportation to the intended destinations.
연구?
For
뒷문이라도
research?
개조했다는 건가?
Are you implying that you made modifications to the back door?
비슷하네요. 정확히는
A
뒷문을
close
개조한 게
assessment,
아니라
however, it would be more accurate to say the back door was merely used as a reference. How do you even make that time for research? Weren't you doing everything with us the whole time?
이동 중이나 도시에서 시간이 비는 틈틈이 LCA와 파우스트는 새로운 날개에 도전하는 회사와 접촉해 뒷문 안정화에 대해 여러 협력 연구를 수행했죠.
LCA and Faust established multiple communications with a certain new wing, aspirant, company during the spare hours between our travels to garner multiple cooperation efforts regarding the stabilization of the back door.
새로운 날개? 아니, 공석인 엘사라도 대체하겠다는 거야?
A new wing? Are they looking to take over L Corp's vacancy or something?
질문이 날카로울 방향이 살짝 아쉽네요, 그레고르.
Quite sharp, Gregor, but the direction of your intuition could be improved.
곧 공석이 될 미래를 노리고 있는 쇠약해지는 W사의 자리를 눈독들이는
It is a company seeking to seize the ever-imminent vacancy of the ever-declining W Corp.
W사?
W Corp?
그런가요?
Is that so? Yeah.
그렇겠네요.
That makes sense. Stories of W Corp's decline have been spreading more and more as of late. I'm not surprised that some companies would consider this to be an opportunity.
신문에서도 종종 W사의 경영 위기에 대해 집중적으로 다루고 있는 칼럼이 투고되었다.
Newspapers also featured op-eds regarding a possible management crisis at W Corp, with many of them discussing the mysterious disappearances as well.
날개가 되기 위해 물밑 작업 중인 회사라는 말이군.
I see. So they've been furtively planning and preparing to take over W Corp's position as a wing.
하지만 스스로 무너지기도 전에 날개의 자리를 갈아치우는 일은
But
쉽게 볼 수 있는 일은
split the
아니지.
wing even before it falls in its own? Now that's certainly peculiar.
분명히 꿍꿍이 속셈이
They must have
있는
something.
것
They must have something. A
같아.
scheme, perhaps, in the works.
그런 야망을
And
품은
to
자들과
ally
협력을
with such ambitious parties is
본사는
the headquarters looking to start a war of the wings?
지금의 저는 그러한 사항까지 알 수 없습니다.
Now that we know that, now that we know that Diaz, like 100% confirmed that Diaz is the CEO of Limbus. Maybe. I mean, yeah, this would make a lot of sense. I, at this moment, am not privy to such
너무
details.
섣부른 판단은 금물일세.
Miss Aris, we needn't make predictions in such fashions.
W사가
Recall that W Corp has been mired in troubles both internal and external, having fallen to such desperation as to seek assistance of our company.
그리 폭력적인 일이 일어나기도 전에 주저앉아 무너질 만도 할 것이요.
It is no wild presumption to predict that it all shall crumble ere the advent of such violent pandemonium.
어딘가 효율적이지 못한 구석이 있다면
For indeed, inefficiency is the bane of technology
무너지기 마련인데
that brings ruination to those that fail to overcome it.
다행히 이쪽의 연구 결과는 효율적이었어요.
Our research efforts, however,
하지만
were quite
특별한
efficient and
중간
successful.
과정을 제외하고
Its mechanisms are similar to that of the back door, but eliminates the corridor, instead establishing direct connection from one door to another, a portal, if you will.
그럼 부작용 같은 것도
Oh.
없는 건가?
So, you resolved all of the aforementioned side effects then?
아니요.
Not quite. Similar difficulties to the aforementioned cases were observed.
다소 떨어진다던가
Sometimes the accuracy of target destination coordinates were lacking, or in other cases, the activation period would be cut short, causing the door to shut prematurely and amputate the subject as they were traversing through the doors.
그래도 많이 안정되어 사지가 5갈래로 분할되는 경우는 줄었어요. 보통 반으로만 갈라진답니다.
There has been much progress in stabilization efforts, however. Minimizing pentasection incidents, most recent incidents have been limited to bisections. How the fuck do you even pentasect someone? Like, it's cutting somebody into 5 pieces. Jesus fucking Christ.
다섯보다는 둘이나
Bisection certainly is an improvement over pentasection. They both sound equally awful to me.
버디는 왼쪽 로시나테와 오른쪽 로시나테가 분리된 채로 본사에 당도하고 싶진 않소.
I would not behold mine own left and right shoes so cruelly sundered for us to be so far apart upon our coming to the headquarters. Well, well. All this idle chatter of unnecessary concerns tells me that your bus life may have been too uneventful lately. Looks like the research arrived while you were wasting time. I saw a large and unfamiliar vehicle through the window.
저거요?
Is that the vehicle? It's got no windows though. Oh, tiresome. Now of the bus. The vehicle. Once we disembarked the bus, we made our way into this unfamiliar vehicle of sorts. The interior was mostly metallic, filled to the brim with convoluted-looking machines, and on the opposite end of the entrance, a massive door loomed over us. This is...
이 장치의 개발을 위해서는
Assistance from B Corp in the process of developing this device was indispensable. Oh god, I'm losing my voice. Wait, that means...
제사라군과 결탁할 건가?
in cohort of young Cesara, are you? Oide!
기운을 차리고
Much did I aspire to regale her with the tale of the contract's glorious completion, of mine heroism and bravery. 'Tis quite unfair of thee to meet her all by lonesome young Faust.
다음엔 조금 더 고려하도록 하죠.
Your concern will be taken into account next time. Faust seemed relieved.
대신 그렇게나 궁금했던 레인버스 카파니에 본사에 당도할 수 있게 다스리.
It's so funny voice acted. Holy shit. Worry thee not, for thou hast availed us the sights of Limbas Company headquarters. Might it have been tatted for? What?
여러분들을 지금껏 본사로 불러들인 적이 없었던 것에는
There are numerous reasons for which you are yet to be allowed in headquarters, but as it would be fruitless effort to explicate them all, we will not cover the subject here. Glad to hear I'm not sitting for another lecture.
주된 이유로만
The
말씀드리면
primary reason is, however,
저희 부서
that
특성상
there were several limitations to bringing
일정하지
the
않은
members of our
작전
department to the headquarters brought upon
불러오기까지
by frequent transness movement and irregular scheduling of our missions.
그래도 말하긴 하는구나.
When I say all that, Yeah, we're gonna explain it anyway.
잠깐.
Wait,
그건 그렇다.
more importantly, what's that about collaborating with P Corp?
또
Boy,
길어지겠네.
here we go again.
P사의 특이점은
B Corp singularity can be summarized by the following four
공간 확장
words:
기술입니다.
expensive space warping technology.
그러고 보니
Alright.
최사라 씨가
Didn't you say that Miss Sarah told you something about how the principles of P Corp singularity is a lot how La Mancheland works? Right. La Mancheland was much larger on the inside than it looked on the outside.
안 그래도 궁금한 게 있었어요.
Oh, yeah. Been meaning to ask.
공간 확장 기술.
Don't other wings already make liberal use of different kinds of space expanding singularities?
뭐랄까?
It's how should I put it? Isn't this a bit too mundane of a study tech for P Corp to call space manipulation its unique thing?
그건 상당히
That was quite an intelligent question.
좋겠네. 칭찬.
Compliments. How nice.
이스마일 씨의 말대로
Ishmael is correct in suggesting that technology to expand a given space is commonly employed by technology by other wings as well. An example of one such invention making use of this space expansion technology, but isn't the P Corp singularity, would be Mephistopheles. The ultimate purpose of P Corp space expansion technology
세상에서
is to create the safest place in the world.
외부에서 가해지는 어떠한
A
충격에도
perfect protected construct, its interior shelter
그 안에
from the
숨겨져
outside, from the world outside, no matter how severely the exterior is battered, to have sound structural integrity, no matter what its interior is safe from any and all harm.
따라서 자본이 많이 투입된 피사 기술일수록
Therefore, the more expensive the P Corp product is, the safer its interior is from damaging
지켜낼 수 있습니다.
outside conditions such as extreme pressure or shock.
마치 다른 차원의 공간처럼
Perhaps the way in which the interior is completely insulated from the outside is comparable to a full disconnect from the outside world by sheltering in a separate dimension.
그래서 차량의 외부는 피사의
In
특이점을
conclusion,
활용해요.
the exterior of this vehicle utilized
그
P Corp
어떤
singularity,
충격에도 방어를 할수
which
있도록
means that it can protect its interior from all forms of impact. Not to mention that it has enough room to hold more than 13 people inside.
다른 차원의 공간으로
Don't
이동할
dimensional
수 있는
chunks or
시간이라면
containers also transport things to other
시간
dimensions?
보관 것도 있지 않나?
Think.
핑크,
Why are you freezing up all of a sudden?
볼래?
학교 다닐 때 친구들 사이에서 돌았던 괴담 같은 게 있었는데요.
There was this creepy story that used to circulate among kids back when I was in school. Here's how it goes. So, a Devet Association employee makes a delivery to a house, then looks away for a second, and the curious kid crawls into the courier trunk and... I'm gonna stop the story here. Look, the story kept me up at night for a whole week, okay? I couldn't stop having nightmares about that scenario where... Hey, come on! Sometimes story's just a story. Not necessarily.
유감스럽지만
Unfortunately, the story that inspired Sinclair's week-long nightmare was
전부 사실이
most likely an accurate retelling of a true story.
그 사건 이후
Several regulations were added to HANA and Deviat Association rules to prevent cases of people being stored in dimensional
각종
containers.
규약이 추가되었죠.
어찌 보면
From a certain perspective, it may be said that the warp trains technology employed by W Corp shares the degree of similitude.
다른 차원으로 보내되 포장을 보다 안전하게 하여 사람을 온전하게 이동시키는 기술이니 말이야.
Paralyzed in the fact that it also transports humans to a different dimension, the difference being that they are packaged in a safer manner.
맥락은 상통한다고 볼 수 있다.
Therefore, perhaps enough of a connection exists to say that they operate on the same scale.
아무튼 이 이동 장치만 있으면 언제든지 본사로 갈 수 있다는 거지?
Anywho, the point is that we'll always have access to headquarters as long as we have this vehicle thing, right?
상부와의 소통 및 보급이 용이해지겠군. 다만 이 이동 장치를 둥지 곳곳에 끌고 다니려면 절차에 상당한 시간이 소요될 텐데 그 부분은 마무리된 건가?
This will certainly make logistics of communication and supply much more convenient. One question. However, how does the company plan to move this instrument? As I expected, that would be much trouble on its own. Has that detail been hashed out yet?
아니요.
No.
대신 P사의 기술과
In order to establish a more tangible level of communication with Limbus Company headquarters, an effective means of transportation such as this vehicle will be installed in nests across the city. In summary, an efficient means of transportation, such as the vehicle here, developed using B Corps and the aspirant's W Corps technology, will gradually be installed at various points across the city.
모든 둥지에
In every nest? Of course not. The technology is still experimental. It is astronomically expensive to install and operate.
어마어마하다는 소리지.
Vergilius gave us a firm clarification.
그럼 가동하겠습니다.
Activating now. Faust tinkered with various machines and contraptions within the vehicle. And giant door from earlier began to tremble, making a loud noise.
저 문은
Wait,
갑자기 왜
wherefore
열리고
is that
있는
gate over yonder? Shuddering so.
연결된 에너지가 저 문으로 몰아들고 있구려.
Energies now linked are routing towards that gate. When the gauge displays around the glowing door filled, the door began to slowly open.
앞장서죠.
Entering now. When it fully opened, Faust made her way inside like it was just another door. Well, let's follow her inside. There was a bizarre, incomprehensible noise of machines, coupled with a low, droning noise.
도착했군요.
Yes, we've arrived.
림버스 컴퍼니의
Welcome to
회사에
the
오신
Olympus
것을
Company
환영합니다.
headquarters. This place teeming with people dressed in all sorts of odd outfits, walking briskly between their busy schedules. I hear heavy doors opening and closing from here and there. Alongside the odd sensation I've been feeling from time to time
LC 부서의 층입니다.
is the floor of the LCE department. LCE?
언젠가는 당당하게 본사 정문으로도 들어갈 날이 왔으면 좋겠네.
Hopefully we'll get to proudly stride in for the HQ's gate one day. Poe and Ive. H. Clear within 10 turns. Why is the limit 7 here? It was 6 in the previous. I don't get it.
단피가 떨어질 때군요.
Right. Are we waiting for something to happen, or are we all suddenly unfamiliar with the concept of introducing yourselves?
누구도 날 소개해줄 생각이 없는 것 같으니 스스로 소개하겠네.
Given that no one appears to be willing to introduce me, allow me the liberty of self-introduction.
나는 이 회사의
My name is Hoeno, the chief researcher of this company.
정확히는
To be precise, he is the chief researcher of the LCE department.
좀더 정확히
To be more precise, I am the chief researcher responsible for the entirety of Limbus Company.
더욱 정확하게
To be even
말씀드리자면
more precise, the only reason he retains that role is because Yi Sung and I have been excluded from the research
가장
personal
중요한
files through our status as sinners.
누군가는 남아서
Someone must stay behind to continue the research after all.
그러니까 두 분은
Ah,
친구 사이신
so
거군요.
you two are friends.
관계에 대한 정의를 할
While it
생각은
seems
없지만
entirely
지켜야
unnecessary to
한다면
establish a label on this relationship,
원치는
it
않지만
could be said
친숙하게
that we are
관계적인
acquaintances who
연락을 주고받아야
routinely and
하는
unwillingly
할수 있을 것 같아요.
maintain a regular level of communication with one another.
서로를 알게 된 후 최초로
I'm in
이루어진
agreement
일일 테니
for the first time since we were acquainted.
듣자하니
I hear that our department has reached out several times to yours to remind you of this regular checkup.
이미 아시는 줄 알았습니다만 저희 LCB 부서는
The nature of the LCB department necessitates they are constantly on the move from one nest to another. Oh wait, I'm reading this in the wrong voice. I'm sorry, Faust. I'll finish reading it in this one, which makes it rather difficult for us to give you an immediate reply. I would have expected someone like you to already be well aware of that obvious detail.
알고 있었지.
Yes,
방금 같은
I was
날은
very well
정말
aware. I'm
복잡한
quite
계속
aware of the
복잡한
fact that
것들만
your
있었지.
department has been giving us that same reply over and over again, like an answering machine.
그렇다면 이쪽이 림버스 컴퍼니 수감자들의 관리자 직책을 맡고 있는 관리자 단테겠고.
And this must be Dante, the executive manager of the Limbus Company Sinners. I'd like to say hi, nice to meet you, but I don't suppose you can hear what I'm saying.
관리자님께서 반갑다고 말씀하시네요.
The manager extends her greetings.
나도 반갑네. 누군가를 이끌어야 한다는 건 언제나 고되고 고통스럽지. 특히나 말도 제대로 통하지 않는 자들과 일하는 건.
Charmed. It is grueling and arduous work to be in a position of leadership, especially when communication issues come into play.
우리 부서의 연구원들.
Sometimes I cannot help but wonder if my researchers and I are even speaking the same language. So I do commiserate.
그런데
How odd. Their clothes are. Yes. Allow me to introduce you to Martin and Alyssa, two of the few researchers directly under my command.
환상체로부터
Are they wearing your extracts from abnormalities? But how?
알아봐줘서 기쁘군.
Happy to have someone who recognizes them.
엘사의
Are they like gear scavengers from the former L-Corp?
부분적으로는
While there are partial similarities to their gears, enough differences are present to distinguish them.
그래. 림버스 컴퍼니만
Indeed,
방식으로 추출하려.
we attempt our own brand of extraction successfully, I might add.
림버스 컴퍼니식으로 에고 장비가 만들어졌다는 소식은 접했지만 직접 보는 것은 처음이군요.
While the news of the production of Eagle Gear and Limbus Company's style is already received, this is the very first time they are observed in person.
그렇다는 건 환상체를 격리하고 있다는 거네요.
So, you must have done abnormalities contained in this facility. So that's why I've been sensing abnormalities in here, huh? But I'm sensing distortions in Picatula too.
네,
Indeed, as they're contained
LC
and research
병리,
subjects for
연구 대상입니다.
LCE departments as well. Faust closely observed the Eagle Gear and I was wearing, like an exceptionally harsh judge in a fashion contest.
마감이 살짝 흐트러진 것을
Apart from a few
비롯해
imperfections in the finish,
전반적인 에고
the
추출
level of
현상은
Eagle Gear extraction visible here is quite acceptable.
소감 고맙군.
Input appreciated.
이걸 멀쩡하게 추출하기 위해 수천 번의 반복 실험과 실패가 있었지.
This is the product. This is the product of thousands of repeated experiments and subsequent failures that have been meticulously conducted and studied in order to extract it with an acceptable level of stability.
하지만 결국 내가 해낸.
But then the other day, I did it like I always do.
당신 직원들이 뒤에서
You,
많이 들고 있는
you did? Are you sure you want to take all the credit when your team is standing right behind you?
익숙해요.
We're used to it. Piss off! I'm going mad surrounded by these self-absorbed twats. Just about ready to get violent, some poor bastards. Let's get on with the checkup so we can get back to the bus, yeah?
이쪽도 그렇게 하고 싶은
I feel the very same urgency you express. There is much we must cover, regrettably given that this is the first ever regular checkup performed as a group since your employment.
파우스트도 이곳에서 시간을 무의미하게 지나가게 하고
Faust
싶군요.
also does not wish to pass more time without substance. Let us begin.
그럼
Very well. Our first task shall be to assess your abilities in response to emergency situations. Wait, you just pressed something. Emergency situations? The walls of the laboratory suddenly started separating and sliding into place. When it settled, I realized that it had locked the sinners away in some kind of hold, isolating them from me, Virgilius, and Carol.
이건 그냥 기습인 거 아닌가요?
What the hell? It's just an ambush.
그야
Yes, it is. The purpose of the test is to measure your behaviors in response in case of a surprise attack. So how ambitious it is. What's this discussed beforehand, Vergilius? You look anxious, Dante. Well, I suppose you weren't let in on this either. I wasn't for your informations. Just go with your flow, Dante. So it goes. We're gonna have an apt response. I'll find a room somewhere where Karen and I might sit down and enjoy some nice tea. Come find me with Faust once this is over. Karen wants cake too.
먹고 싶어.
저번에 축하 파티하고 남은 게 있을 거야.
Oh, hey, we've got some leftover cake from our last office party. Come this way, please. God, how much I missed Martin. An employee appeared and led Vergilius and Karen away into a nearby office room. Okay, so this is the regular checkup, huh? Let's get this done.
관리자가 유사시 격리되었을 때를 산정한 평가일세. 진지하게 임하게.
회복 감기 증폭.
I knew he would fuck it up. Because of course Sinclair does. It's fine.
앞을 밝히지. 후회할 것이 잘 보이다. 필중으로 있지만 있다. 이중 경험. 저도 필요 없지.
걷잡을 수 있어. 타운 상태 붕괴 확인.
끝내. 정수하리.
이쪽으로 와.
What's the X objective? Because I
지켜줄.
don't remember.
필중으로 있지만 있다.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
패치 소각되었습니다.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
필중으로 있지만 있다면.
타오르시게.
타올라라.
try out the ego. Because I actually haven't had the chance to. I actually haven't had the chance to try out Magic Bullet.
배선탑 철출탄 트랜지션 임상시험 성공.
Let's see.
여기까지 쏜
action.
이상 돌아갈 수 없는 거야. 다가서를 당겨 도착할 곳이 지옥뿐이라 해도.
이쪽으로 와. 내가 안전하게 지켜줄 테니까.
It's just right there.
파격감. 질투 죄질까지 지휘 없이 진행하면 어렵겠군. 관리자.
Cool. You went through various tests, including command ability trials, using Pikachu in the day. Hark, Commander Esquire! Hi ho! I have attained a score most perfect. To be surpassed by Miss Don Quixote in a contest of knowledge, my stealth fervor in my studies. Hey, listen, bud. They were testing our fixer association knowledge, huh?
맞아.
Totally. Oh, she's got more than enough fixer fixation for the entire bus. All kinds of general knowledge trivia quizzes.
새로운 사람을 만났을 때 어떤 걸 먼저 주목하시나요?
What's the first thing you focus on when meeting a new person? Look in their eyes. How strong they look. Bloody hell, this ain't easy.
리더십을 발휘할 때
Your leadership
스타일은
style is
결정적이고
strong, decisive, and goal-oriented. You are Merceau? We were finally allowed a quick break after going through all kinds of mysterious, strange personality tests as well.
다음은 수감자 전원의
Next,
기초 체력 검진이다.
basic fitness tests for all sinners. We can finally get started on the real meat of the checkup. Wait,
이때까지 저희가 받은 건 다 뭐였는데요?
What were all those tests you guys were running on us?
LC 부서에서 이때까지 궁금했던 여러
They were conducted in order to collect various data that the LCE department has been missing. In other words, we capitalized this opportunity to fulfill our private curiosities.
그래도 검진 결과부터 여러분을 서포트하는데 필요한 여러 정보를
Still,
수집할 수
I'd say it
있는
was very productive.
유익한
We now
시간이었어요.
know a lot about you guys that'll help us support the LCB going forward.
자, 이제
Alright.
단체 검사부터 할 거니까
We're gonna go over
이거
some
해주세요.
tests that can be conducted in groups first. Please form a line here.
이렇게
What, like this? Huh. Jesus Christ, Sinclair is short.
남은 게 많아 보이니까
Let's get this over
빨리빨리
with.
하자.
Looks like we've got a long day ahead of us.
그래도
Wow,
나오신
these are comfy
이용하네요.
gloves they've given us.
착용감이 굉장히 좋네요.
I really want a hoodie like that. I think that would be like peak merch. I genuinely love these hoodies, and as somebody who wears a lot of black hoodies, this would be a perfect addition to my wardrobe.
그러게
Right? I can just see myself wearing these to sleep.
잠옷?
To sleep? They're LCE properties, so we better return them as soon as we're done here.
LCE 귀속이어서 곧바로 반납해 주셔야 돼요. 아, 본격적인 거 하기 전에
Gotcha.
여기
By the way,
좀
can you
봐줘.
take a look at my wrist here before I actually get started? I've been feeling a bit of soreness there, but don't I want to turn the clock for just me, you know?
그런 걸로 시계를
Turning of the clock for such trivialities may cause the formation of an unfavorable habit. Perhaps Merceau can remedy your pain. I am always prepared to administer necessary aid. Should you request it? You know,
갑자기 싹
I'm totally fine now. Don't you worry.
똑바로 서주세요.
Please stand still. If you think I can see some of you on your tiptoes, you'd be very wrong. Heels on the ground, please.
저는 똑바로
But my heels are on the ground. B.
그리고 저
And can you snuff out your
필요
cigarettes
방금 전에
before the test
다들
begins?
담배는 꺼주실 수 있나요?
Oh, this one is lit. It's just there so I can look cool.
홈으로 물고 있는 걸.
God, I fucking love Gregor. Jesus Christ. This man. This man.
아,
Uh-huh.
어,
And what about
저
용기는
Bolt.
가슴이고
Scram?
꺼져.
일단
Okay, so the basic group tests are complete.
검진을 실행하기 전에
I seem to have forgotten something quite important I had to establish prior to beginning the tests in earnest.
교수,
I need an assistant. An assistant?
테스트를
I need an
원활하게
assistant to help me smooth out the testing procedures.
그거라면
I got two of them already, right? Behind
두
you.
명이나.
If you need directions.
저희는 호연함 씨의 조수가 아니에요.
Oh, we're not Mr. Onheim assistants. We're specifically assistant researchers.
그래.
Yes, of course. There is much that distinguishes these two occupations.
검진을 도와줄
I would like
교수를
for one of you to be my
저희들 중
assistant
한 명이
in the duration of this
맡아주시면
checkup. Rhoda suddenly raised her hand.
사원을 받을
I wasn't
생각은
planning on
없었지만
asking for volunteers,
손을
but
들어서
now that
말해주기.
you've raised your hand, I'll give you the floor.
나는 시키지
Don't ask me to do it.
말아줘.
It's just
이런
not
건
my
적성에
vibes,
안
you know?
맞아서.
I'll take a researcher job, though. I'm a big fan of her
이번
style.
시켜주면 해볼만 하겠는데? 이
Rhoda trailed off, greedily caressing the clothes of one of the researchers.
왜
What,
이러세요?
what are you doing? God, please fix that hairdo. I didn't really have you in mind anyway, but duly noted nonetheless.
저도 사양하겠습니다.
I would like to refuse your nomination.
통상적으로 저자의
The position
조치라는
of assistant to Onheim implies that the said assistant is, when it comes to
미숙한
skill,
실력을 갖췄다는 걸
inferior to the
인정하십시오.
person they are assisting.
혹시나 뽑아줄 사람은
Again,
생각도 안 했지만
I didn't have you in mind either, but your passionate expression of intent is nonetheless appreciated. I wonder who came up with this brilliant idea of putting two smart artists together to waste time pointing out each other's minor mistakes.
난리 법석을 떨겠지.
저
Uh,
저는
if I were to
학창
talk
시절에
about myself,
부반장으로서
if I were to talk
부장을
about
맡으라요.
myself,
근면하고
I would open by saying that I
모범적인
was a class vice president once in school, a digital model student who assiduously facilitated the task of the class president in. What's with everyone getting so anxious to get picked here? Do you fellas actually want to be his assistant? Getting in the front of the center of things is just bothersome, you know?
하지만
I kind of feel like I had to apply for the position for some reason.
자, 결정했네.
Well, the decision has already been made. Do note that the selection criteria is fully based on my own very subjective opinion.
거기 주황머리
You there,
수험생
orange-haired sinner. Ishmael almost threw me to the ground as she confidently strode up to the front of the line.
안심하세요.
Greetings, Mr. Onheim. As you must be aware, if you've taken a look at my documents, I've rarely let anyone down during my various tenures at offices and institutions. You have nothing to worry as long as I am by your side.
혹시 나중에 본사로 자리 이동 신청을 할 기회가 온다면 커리어에 반영될까요?
Also, can I add this experience to my resume if I ever get the chance to submit a transfer request to work at the headquarters? Didn't know you were still holding on to that hope. I called on you to ask you to move because you were standing in front of the sinner I
자네가 너무
chose.
앞에 나와 있어서 보이질 않았거든.
Huh? Everyone turned around to look at Heathcliff, who was absent-mindedly scratching at the bridge of his nose. Huh?
뭐야? 너?
Me? Huh?
나?
Me? It seemed that Ishmael was even more shocked than Heathcliff. Why? I'm right here. Why would you pick someone like...
대부분의 연구자는
It is a common misconception among many researchers
고등한
to assume that the higher their level of education and the more elaborate their resume, the better candidate one makes for a research project participant. I'm pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty well. You know, I'm gambling on Limbus Company. Haven't heard from you in a while. But yeah, I'm good. That's mostly it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, not much to say. Genuinely. I don't know, man. Overall, I'm good. There are some things that are bad, but as long as the overall is good, then I'm chilling.
너무나 상식적인 말 아닌가요? 적어도
There's just
연구라는 일 한에서는
hold on. There's just common sense, isn't it? At least when it comes to research.
하지만 대부분의 위대한 발견은 즉흥과
Yeah, I'm
즉흥적으로
trying to
일어나는
squeeze
사실을
in every once in a while when I can. Schoolwork's been killing me now. So yeah, maybe there'll be one tomorrow. I'm not sure. Right.
그야말로 예자이겠다. 들어맞지.
Perfect descriptor for a friend here, I would say. Huh?
어떤가 히스클프군. 자네의 저돌적인 직관성과 열정 넘치는
What
그
say
기질이
you, Heathcliff?
나를
I
대신해
believe that this aggressive and
네가
passionate
불평하고
approach of
있다고
yours gives you
충분하다고
more than sufficient qualifications to command and lead them in my stead. Is that right?
그런가?
He replied, scratching his head.
솔직히 말해.
Be honest now, Yi-song. You were kind of looking forward to getting picked, weren't ya?
시대의
It is but fate that
언제나
things that
기억하는
were
것이 필요해.
once good in the eyes of the mainstream are to be made less desirable with the passage of time. Emo boy. Emo boy.
언젠가는
And when one does indeed
과거의
fall out of
일도
favor, then tell it.
비켜내는 것도 지식이
What is that word? Intelligentsia of the bygone days must rightly excuse themselves to remain to the realm of memories and past. Yi-song replied with a particular downcast look.
나의 조수가 된 것을
I'm glad to have you on board as my new assistant.
그럼
Rightio.
뭐, 내가 뭐부터 하면
What have I got to do now?
되냐?
어려울 것 없어. 자네가 가진 그 자유분방한 기질을
Nothing too complicated. You only need to liberally express your free spirit, just as you are now. Now. I see what he's doing. Hoena, I'm sure, knows which one of the group to coax to make things go over smoothly. Martin whispered quietly at me in a voice that only I could hear.
관리자님이 명하는 것이라면
I think at the edge. Let's go. Ankyphalin has been refilled. Let's go, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but yeah. Should I gamble? Shit, I'm gonna do one temple. You know, I'm gonna do one temple on the one singular temple. It's nothing. It's nothing. What? It's the ego! No way! No way I got her! One tenfold! One tenfold! Let's fucking go, dude. That's not a Heathcliff. Holy shit! One more, and yet again, until we touch the blazing Hades. Cool, yo, actually. I don't have enough threats at the minute. 2, 3. Because I used up my dailies. But I don't want to do Shred Luxus when Daily is not available. Oh my god, dude. What's the attack rate 3? And my corrosion it's 5. Cool. I mean, damn. Dart is really good too. I wish I could view the corrosion art, but yeah, it doesn't like there is a way. There probably is. No, how the fuck did I view you? I need Capote for him. I do need Capote. I do need the trial for Rodion. Yeah, that I think I just need the Indicans trial and Capote for Merceau, and I'm chilling. Yeah, because these guys, maybe a Burn Ego for Gregor. Does he even have one? Let me check the Great Limited Library. Ego, Burn, and Gregor. He has 2. Brilliant Glory and Suddenly One Day. Okay, I forgot that Brilliant Glory is Burn. I was also gonna check identities, burn IDs who have lost attacks. There's 14. Ursa, the Ryuryoshu, the burn Merceaus, all of them. Liuish. He is lost? Oh, his defense skill is lost. That's actually really good. Gregor, I might get Fire Fist. I don't know if Fire Fist is better. I don't know. I don't know if Fire Fist is better than Lamp. Because, like, Lamp is good. Because, like, Lamp... Yeah. Because Lamp helps with SP management. But Fire Fist is more burn. And Fire Fist has, like, better... Actually, no. What am I talking about? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I will say that he's actually better for generating our ego resources. Okay. Also, how the fuck do I have... What? Oh, because she... I see. They're technically on part of the team. See if there I can get snag any rewards. I can get all these. Ooh, the tickets. Yeah. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I'm really glad I got her in the second temple. Or the first temple, actually. That was really good. I love gambling. The assistant. Heathcliff seemed eager to, as Hornine had suggested, express his free spirit to the best of his capabilities. Right, right. You there, get in line, single file, lads. Let's make this easy for all of us. But aren't you also participating in a test with the rest of us, Heathcliff? Yeah, but I'm the assistant. Since when do you wear glasses? God, this is such a good CG. He looks malnourished. Glasses are basic apparatuses of all researchers.
특히 이렇게
Look,
안경을
slightly
칙칙
pushing
쓰면
up on the glasses helps to put on
조금 더
the air of a
학술적이고
studious,
디테일한
learned
분위기를
individual,
낼수
like
있지.
so. That's true. That is true.
오늘 점심은 무엇을
Just like I
먹는
was
게
slightly
좋을까
pushing up the frames of my glasses while wondering what to have for lunch makes it seem as though I'm contemplating on the more profound aspects of life. Boy, let's not make this any harder than it's gotta be, lass. Stuff out that sick in your mouth.
오랜만에
Been a while since I heard the pig squeal.
소리가 나는 거야.
You can't say that. He's a minority! Blimey, can't you just do as they say for once? He's actually pretty effective. It seems that we're now ready to conduct the tests. Finally.
이번 테스트의
The primary purpose of this test
입사 전에
is to see on a physical level how your current abilities scale compared to yourselves before hiring. I see. So they're trying to see how much they've progressed since before they joined the company? I had a feeling this would happen, but the mere mention of the words progression caused a rather loud ruckus amongst the sinners.
저는 말입니다, 관리자님.
If I were to speak for myself, executive manager, I can confidently say that the thought of progressing as a person in all aspects of life is ingrained into my very being.
그리하여 지금은 기존보다 더 매섭고
That's the
날카롭게
fruit of all
상대의
of those
지적에
efforts. I've
회초리
grown to
잡히는
be much more
시대가
precise and scathing in my critique of others' mistakes. You're always like that. Is that progress, though? This music from Canto 4, isn't it?
나는 조금 더
Perhaps I have
생각을
learned to
자기에게
let certain
양보하는
thoughts
법을
rest in
배우게
favor of
되었어.
others.
이를테면
Once I allowed myself to be trapped in overlong ruminations on worries of all manners, idly abiding as I was consumed by my very thoughts.
이젠
Now I have come to accept certain things as they are. Ooh.
그리하여
And I've come to sometimes allow my mind to form bereft of rigorous reason,
흘러가는
flooding away gently as though on a rolling stream. Is that not quite pleasant? Ah, okay. I guess that is progression of sorts.
저는
I'm pretty sure I'm less of a picky eater than I used to be.
예전보다 편식은 하지 않게 되었어요. 악력도 많이 는 것 같고.
My grip strength is much stronger too. Ooh.
여기 보세요.
Look, I think I'm getting calluses with my palms.
잡힌 것 같아요.
뭐
Well, you don't really have to try to prove it to us.
저희가 상대하고
Because the
있는
enemies
적들이
we're fighting
점점
have been
강해지고
getting
있는 건
stronger too.
두고 보는 사실이니까요.
That's an undeniable truth.
저희의
We did
일들은
experience a
남들이
pretty
있는
spectacular
것만큼
year, you know?
잔혹하지.
A brutal year, yet so full of significance. True. I guess growth really does come with time, huh?
그러게요. 조금
Right?
더
I feel like the
서로에게
bonds
끈끈해진
between
것도
us got a
같아요.
lot deeper. We've all grown closer, you know? Like glue.
끈끈이라.
Like glue, huh? I like it.
너희네 그거.
I see a misunderstanding seems to be growing in tandem with us, with this uplifting exchange of heart to hearts. Allow me to step in and nip it in the bud.
결론부터 말하자면
Let me give it to you straight.
자네들은 입사와
All of your
동시에
abilities were
모든
diminished
일을
the moment you were hired by this
하여
company.
하여
Equally
평준화자.
defanged and depowered, if you will.
하얀 평준화?
Equally defanged?
쉽게 풀어서 이야기하자면
In other words, all of your abilities have been brought down to the
11번 수감자와
same general level as our 11th sinner here.
그 비유의 주체가
Why am I your point of reference?
자네가 방금
If this is what you meant earlier by growing closer like glue, then I suppose it was quite the apt choice of words. Oi, take that back!
취소.
I take it back!
라고 하기엔
Not!
히스클리프
really that much stronger than I am, huh?
저와 똑같은 수준이라는 거네요.
Wow, Sync? Did this not ever such of self-preservation shattering into the ether? That's it, you bloody... Excuse me? I don't know why that happened. Did we all get devoured because of the golden bow? Wait, does this have anything to do with those chains that appeared when we first entered into a contract with Dante? Indeed, one of the powers of the golden bow is connection. You're now all thoroughly, evenly, and equally mediocre. Hohenheim's comment and subsequent stare seemed a bit targeted. Think of it as something akin to cliff deterrence employed by Lobotomy Corporation. So, the truth is finally revealed. This was why I, Audis, grew so pathetically weak the moment I joined this company. Are you implying that Val has always known? Of course! Had I been in my prime, I could have wiped the floor with you miserable doormats in a matter of seconds. You wipe floor with doormats? Man, we're so prone to saying whatever once the burden of proof is gone, huh? So that's why my murderers aren't been quiet since they hired me. I don't really have anything to do with my heart, after all. Gregor. Boy, what's the use of all this chatter? What matters that we're all been brought down to the level of the lad? But I got calluses on my palms. God, I love him. I love this game. Yet not all of the golden bow's effect must have been detriment to us. Yi-sung started carefully attempting to navigate through a conversation that appeared to be turning into a tinderbox. Was it not that advantages ran into us by the golden bow impaled into the pallid whale of the Great Lake by which we triumphed? What? Really? Correct. Had the pallid whale been at its full strength, it is highly likely it may still have been trapped inside its stomach, struggling to survive. Also, it can be quite said that the diminishing effect was not applied in equal measure across all affected subjects. That makes sense. I guess I never could have knocked Heath out with one punch. I was only as strong as Sync. It's a really handy trick, you know? God. Additionally, the certain individual quirks cannot be suppressed by the golden bow. Certain quirks that one may consider to be an individual's idiosyncrasies. Oh, that explains Ryochu's impressive blade work with Mr. Bumbleback at that T-Corp factory. Won't waste my breath boasting. You never do anyway. Well, if your strengths have indeed progressed since the onboarding, then the average must have risen as well. One of the purposes of these tests is to measure that very difference. So, what exactly goes into these tests? I know there's a district that uses a machine that can analyze most aspects of the subject with a quick scan. So, is it going to be something like that? There are dozens, if not hundreds, of ways to determine one's abilities by the assistance of machinery. In fact, I know a perfectly appropriate methodology for this group. A perfectly appropriate methodology? We spend some time of our busy schedules to tailor each test for each senior of the LCB. That one's pretty tough, I'll have you guys know. Tailored test for each center? I don't really like the sound of that, if you ask me. We will utilize the Pikachu and distortion phenomenon. Huh, that doesn't sound much like some super innovative method you were building up to. What a letdown. Right? Honestly, for all their talk, I thought they'd come up with something more impressive than that. Assistant? Alright, that's enough chatter, now get in there. Meaningless wrath. My voice is really fucked. My voice is really getting fucked up. I think I'll call it here. I really wanted to keep going for longer. Not gonna lie. But my voice is so fucked up, dude. I haven't streamed in a while, and I'm also kind of sick. I'll continue this tomorrow, and I'll probably get further in. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So yeah, see y'all. Bye bye, everybody.